Tank Evans for Friday Night Glory. I am sitting here with QB1 for the Richardson High School Eagles, Mr. Logan Sawyer. How you doing tonight, Logan?
I'm great. How are you?
Man, I got no complaints. You know, a few old man ailments, but we still making it. Excited to be here at my alma mater. Just seeing the digs. I haven't been in this locker room in quite some time, man, and seeing how far it's come. And we just celebrated our 30-year reunion this past weekend, and to see how far it's come is pretty impressive. What's most impressive, though, is, you know, we talked to you guys in the spring, and it was a good spring game. You know, you had a lot of young guys stepping up, trying to get to the varsity level. Didn't get a chance to talk to you after you scrimmaged against MacArthur. Then you open up the regular season against Irving Nimitz. Tell us how that game went. I'm not sure if a lot of people got to come out and see that. I know it was on the road. How did that game go? I know you guys fell short that day, but tell us what happened.
We were very, very excited to come out. Obviously, like our first game, especially seniors, our last first game. We came out with really good energy, I think, and we really just had to clean up a lot of stuff because obviously first game jitters, all that stuff, little stupid mistakes that we made really shot ourselves in the foot, and I think that really hurt us in the long run. I mean, that showed up on the scoreboard at the end of the game.
So it was just a matter of some of the younger guys getting used to the speed of the varsity level, and then some of the upperclassmen getting back into the swing of things as far as matching up in a regular season battle. You move on from that game into week 2, and I remember an exchange that you and I had on Twitter about that first experience. What happened during that next week of practice that got you guys ready for that next matchup?
I think really after we lost the first game, all of us that experienced it last year, we're just like, we're not going to let it happen again. Like, it can't happen anymore. And so we really had a really great week of practice and had a lot of energy the entire week and really changed all the things that we needed to change.
Who was that second matchup against?
Dallas Samuel.
Samuel. That's my wife's alma mater, man, and one of my coworkers. Big ups to the Samuel Spartans, right? Anyway, you played against that team, had some success that day, and it seems like that carried forward because the next week you have a game that was marred by lightning delays. Tell us about that game.
Well, Dallas Samuel, we actually had to play on Saturday. We didn't get to play Friday night, and I think it's always to our advantage. But this last week we had a lightning delay, and it wasn't anything new because we've experienced it once before, and we really had more energy than they did coming out of the gate because I think we were used to it.
Right. I saw y'all in one rooms having like breakfast the morning I think y'all were getting ready to play Samuel. So y'all were in a group.
Yeah, it was awesome. I think that we really fought the entire week, and we had to come out with energy, or else it wasn't going to work.
Absolutely right, man. I tell you, you know, I ended up calling it a night early that night. I wanted to come out and catch that game and get some sit-down time with you guys afterwards, but the delay, I think it may have been a 2.5-hour delay that day. But I wake up the next day and I see the score. I'm like, okay, now my boys are sitting at 2-1. They're starting to do some of the things that I haven't seen them do in the last few years. What has it been a situation where the coaches have stepped up and gotten you guys right, or have the players, have the senior classmen and maybe even some underclassmen stepped up?
The coaches have always prepared us 100% for each week. It's all up to us. I mean, at the end of the day, we're the ones playing on the field, and we're the ones that have to execute. And they give us the best game plan, and I think that we really just executed it to perfection against Samuel and against Garland.
Like to hear it, man. I tell you, we had some nice battles against Garland when I was in school here. And to see that y'all came out on top against them again filled me with a bunch of pride. So now that you have this bye week and you're still out there putting in the work, I'm sure, what's the mindset heading into the district opener?
To dominate. I think that we got to go out the first game of district and just dominate. We got to show everyone that we're here to play.
That's a big deal because a lot of people, I'm not speaking about the programs per se, but I'm definitely talking about student bodies at some of the schools that you guys match up against. they don't really see Richardson as a threat. They don't see you guys as being the kind of program that can come out and play with them for 4 quarters. How y'all feel about that?
I mean, obviously, only we can control what we can control, but that obviously gives us more motivation. So the more they talk, the more we like it. I mean,
Absolutely,
we love it. So
yeah, man, put up or shut up. I love it. The mindset seems to be growing on the upward trend, and that's going to prove dividends as y'all move deeper into the season. What are some of the things that that you see going into the opener that y'all can really get better at and really show people what you're made of?
Let's see. So I think offensively, we really need to work on running the ball and completing the short passes, the easy ones that we make in practice. I think we can't get lazy at all. We can't take anything for granted. We gotta make everything right. Like, it has to be perfect.
So it's a situation where everybody has to have the ultimate level of focus. Then, yeah, that's gonna be big, because I tell you, if you guys continue the trend that you set on right now, there's a strong possibility that some of these teams will be surprised when you face up with them. Well, Logan, I tell you, it's been a pleasure talking to you, man. Yes, sir. Tank Evans reporting for Friday Night Glory.